All right, all right. It is another beautiful, beautiful, blessed day. This cool, beautiful, blessed Friday morning, as I give God all the honor, all the glory, and all the praise. This is the day the Lord has made, and I'm going to rejoice and be glad in it because it's just a good feeling. It's just a blessing to be alive. As you can see the title up there, I give, 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 but it's hard for me to receive. I give from my heart so much, but when somebody else want to bless me, it's hard for me to receive it. And I want to give a shout out to my girl, Lady D, because you said some things on Blog Talk Radio that's really needed to be said. And I've been meditating on a whole lot that was said last night, but some about that word giving has been stuck with me. And I want to hit with you in this video, Lady D, because I too used to be like that until one day I was straightened out. God straightened me out real good about that because I'm so used to giving, giving, giving. And it's hard to receive something from somebody that you know is struggling and that you know they really don't have money and that they barely got a roof over their head because they laid off and they got hard situations, but yet and still they find it in their heart to do something for you. And a lot of times we miss our blessings by saying, oh no, I'm all right. God taking care of me. I'm all right. I don't need nothing. And a lot of times we be in a time of need, but we won't even accept our blessing. And we are a blessing to be a blessing to somebody else. And we do oftentimes miss out on our blessing. See, I'm going to tell you who broke me up from this, Lady D. My boy, Minister Robinson, who gives also. And I told him, because he have done so much for me, especially in my times of struggles. And I said, it's hard for me to accept because I'm so used to doing everything on my own. I'm not used to having somebody do something for me, saying, here's some money for this, or here's this, here's that, go take care of this. All I know is doing it on my own, getting it on my own. I learned not to depend on people. But I also learned that JT gonna be down at times. And at times when I'm down, I'm gonna need some help. And Minister Robinson, he hit me hard because he said, Ro, let me ask you something, because you always turning down when I'm trying to bless you. He said, have you ever gave to somebody from your heart? Have you ever done something for somebody? And I said, plenty times, Unc. I call him Unc. He said, well, how do that make you feel when you give like that from your heart? I said, Unc, it's a beautiful feeling that I can't even explain because it does my heart so well. And I know God is so pleased when I give from my heart and don't expect nothing in return. He said, you know that feeling that you're talking about? He said, well, why do you want to take that feeling away from me? That's how I want to bless you. And you keep taking that feeling away from me. And Lady D, that broke me down. And ever since that day, somebody want to bless JT, my hands are wide open now. I say, you know what? Bless me. What you got for me? See, we shouldn't be so caught up in, it's good to give. Let me say this right. But when somebody want to bless us, let them bless us. Because I know too many times in my life, I was really struggling financially. And here come a blessing from somebody, and I'll say, nah, man, I'm all right, I'm good. Knowing in my heart that I need that blessing, but knowing the person's situation, I turn them down and say, no, I can't accept that from you. But that's how I used to be. And now I'm so glad that I have learned how to receive those blessings. Let me get all the way real as a minister of music. At first, a lot of people took advantage of me because these preachers are quick to tell you, oh, brother, you play from your heart. God will bless you. Don't worry about getting paid. God gonna pay you. God gonna reward you. You ever wonder why another reason we put on this earth with each other? God sends blessings through human beings, through mankind. And sometimes we forget that. And I got news flash for preachers that do this. Because if you ask them to drop their salary, they'll look at you like you crazy. The Bible tells you a servant is worthy of his hire. The Bible tells you don't muzzle the ox. And you got preachers that use scriptures to abuse minister of music with. Oh, yes. And as a minister of music, I'm going to say this in front of the whole world once again. You need to get your money. I ain't saying rob the church, do the church dirty, treat the church like a gig, receive your blessings. Because church is a business now. Church is a ministry, and it takes money to keep ministry going. But the sad thing is most churches are just caught, most preachers are stuck on money. But we really do miss our blessings, because what's going to happen is that you ain't going to never receive your blessings if you continue to act like that. Let me use Mitty Man for an example. If Brother Mitty Man called me right now and say, JT, I got $100 for you, I'm going to say, how you sending it? But the old me would have said, nah, Mitty Man, you keep your money. I don't need nothing. Just like those tutorials, if somebody tell me right now, let me give you $1 for every tutorial you done, I'm going to say, you know where my PayPal account is. But see, the thing about a blessing is, if you want to bless somebody, you don't talk about it. You just do it. That's how you know when the person's heart is in it. And they don't go around bragging, talking about, man, I just blessed such and such. Or, man, I just let such and such hold $500, man. It's costing me they lights on. It's costing me they going to keep their house. You got people giving with the wrong motive. They giving just so they can brag about it. But we, Lady D, we can't be like that, can we? Where we just say, okay, I'm not going to accept nothing. And I know your heart, because like I say, see, true children of God, true saints, true Christians, they do things according to the scripture. As I said last night, Jesus told us, how you got 2 coats, give your brother one. I got 3 vehicles. I can't drive all of them at one time. So what I do, give my brother one. I can't drive them all at one time. And I know that if one of my brothers is struggling, how can I sit there and say, no, man, you need to work hard and get you a car like I did, knowing that my brothers work hard and they done got laid off. Times done hit hard. And here I am with 3 cars in the driveway, and I'm going to be selfish and say, I feel sorry for you, and I'm going to pray for you. I can pray for you all day, but you still going to need a way around. You still need a way to get back and forth to take care of your business. This is how people do nowadays. We see people in need, Lady D, and we won't even help them. I'm so glad I'm not like that. I'm glad you ain't like that. I'm glad a whole lot of people are not like that, because, boy, if we all was like that, we would be in bad shape. So when you give, also receive. You will reap what you sow. See, a lot of people always talking that, but reaping what you sow means the good and the bad. So reap your good, brothers and sisters. And here go the other thing. People will take your kindness for weakness and take advantage of you. You know how many pastors are taking advantages of minister of music and musicians right now? Because, you don't need to get paid. Tell the pastor they don't need to get paid, and I guarantee you, half of them will sit down. If you take the paycheck away from most preachers right now, they will sit down or go somewhere else where they will get paid at. But yet and still, they want the minister of music and musicians to work for peanuts. See, something ain't right with this. There is no way I could be the minister of music at my church and have any one of my brothers in the corner playing for nothing. See, my pastor wouldn't have me playing for nothing. We had a clear understanding on that from day one. He said, that's your gift. Your gift will make room for you. He said, your gift is going to help grow this church. Your gift, the music, bringing the music in, is going to draw the people in, and the word is going to keep them in, if they ain't wanting to be entertained all the time. So we have to learn that we are here to be a blessing, but at the same time, we got to quit knocking our blessings. I remember one time I was so stubborn, Lady D. I was real stupid, because I was back in my other house. I needed almost, I want to say about $80 or $90 more to put with my electric bill. But I had let my ego, my pride get in my way. And I know that I was struggling. Here come my boy, Greg Clark. Out of nowhere, he said, man, you've been helping me out a lot, man, you've been doing this for me, man. He said, man, I just want to bless you, and had money to bless me with. Here it is once again, need my light bill money. But I'm so stuck on stupid. I said, man, nah, man, I said, you don't never owe me nothing, man. You keep that, man. He said, Ro, you gonna knock my blessing, man. He said, it's in my spirit to do this. And he gave me the money, and I gave it back to him. And of course, I was sitting at home in the dark with my candles on, with my candles burning because of stupidity. This is the same thing what's wrong with folks with this tithe. Oh man, I'm gonna be cursed. You got a light bill or a mortgage, and you going, oh, let me go ahead. I can't make up my mind if I should keep my lights on or my mortgage or something gonna get cut off. So let me go ahead and give it to the church. Now I'm not telling you not to tithe and not to give. I'm just using this for an example. There's some folks sitting up right now with things off, and the church won't even help them. See, a real church will help them. And we got to quit being stuck on stupid a lot of times. That's ignorant. Ignorant is just simply what you don't know, but when you know better, you should do better. People sitting at home because they're being brainwashed by the preacher and they lights off. You ever notice the church keep going? I'm kind of sure that God is not gonna tax you that hard for if I gotta take care of this, take care of that. See, if people will really understand about first fruit offerings, which ain't never taught, the real way of teaching about tithing, the real way of teaching about giving from the heart, the real way of teaching of charity, stewardship, because charity starts at home. That also lets you know you take care of home. See, you ever notice when God created Adam and Eve, he created marriage, he created family way before a building, before the church, because we are the church. And you got children, you got mouths to feed, you got gas bills, lights bills, and all kind of bills on top of bills. Do not be ignorant of the word of God. So we have to learn when somebody want to bless us. Lady D, that's what did it for me. When Minister Robinson, when Uncle T told me, don't take my feeling away from me, and that made me feel so bad because that man have always tried to give to me. But here's the other thing, I had to get on him just yesterday because it's hard for him to accept something back from me. So I have to preach to him what he preached to me, Lady D, and throw it up in his face, and all we both could do was laugh. I said, you do me the same way. Because he's so used to his family taking from him. Take, that he's never met people like us that don't look at him because of just his money. See, I don't do people like that. And I know plenty of people with plenty of money, and I don't beg them for a dime. I stay the same. So with that being said, I hope this can help us because we need to be receiving. Remember when they said, remember the Bible, let me see where my Bible study is at. Who said whose picture is on this coin? Who said that? Why did they say that? Why did Jesus say, render unto Caesar was Caesar's? And render unto who was, where my Bible study is at. I know y'all filming this video. That also showed you that you supposed to receive. But we got many people giving with the wrong heart. So accept your blessings. A lot of times our blessings is right in our face and we don't even see them because we too busy being the giver, the giver, the giver. I hope y'all have a beautiful and blessed day. God bless you.